Welcome to part 4. Now this covers the whole of June 2020. So just a quick garden update. As you can see, the wall's coming along. It's been taking me quite a long time to get this bit done. As you can see, I've got to lay the stones out before I actually lay them, so finding the right stones for a double-sided wall takes about 4 times longer than it does for a single-sided. But as you can see, the wall's coming on quite well. My next job before I finish that is to do a wall inside where the pond's going to be. So you can see I've started to lay this out, and I've got to dig the foundation, so I had to dig all this lot out, and I'll lay the blocks in to show where the blocks are going to go, so I get the foundation the right width and the right shape. It's got to come all the way round and then all the way round there as well, to join up on that other wall. So I've got a fair bit, and then I've got to dig all this out in the meantime. So a fair bit of digging to do, a fair bit of laying to do, but it's getting there. Alright, cheers! So I managed to get the first part of the foundation dug and laid. So I brought this brilliant tool. Now it's a water-cooled diamond saw, and it's absolutely brilliant. I've used it for cutting these stone paving slabs to cap the wall. I have to lay the stone on top, mark one side, cut it, then bring it back to mark and cut the other side. Now this tool actually makes that possible. It cuts through stone very easily indeed, and I can even manage to get these curves onto it. It's so nice to get a part of the garden finished, albeit only a wall, but this part I can honestly say is done and finished. Now this shows how the two different stones have blended in and actually complement each other quite well. So just a quick garden update. As you can see, the wall's coming along quite well, but now I've just got to this point here where I need to build up the step. But I can't build this step up until I've found the bottom of the pond and put the drain in, the bottom drain in. So the next thing to do is dig it out. The deepest part of the pond is going to be 3'6", so I need to dig down about 4 feet. That's 3'6", as you can see, just coming up here, and it's just clay and stone. As you can see, that's all stone in there. As you can see, this is all the stuff that we're starting to dig out just of this hole. So not so much digging as quarrying. So I've got to get that done, and then a trench right up to there, and then I can start doing that step. Next thing to do. Cheers! So there's a lot of the soil I've dug out. As you know, I've got to dig the lowest part of the pond to put the bottom drain in. Of course, as I started digging, nicely solid rock there, and then this bit was very loose. And as we come down, you can see it's always like a little cave in there. Luckily we found this bit, which is this bit here, which is man-made. That's a lintel of some sort, and there's another block underneath. So it looks like they dug this out for some reason at some point and then have backfilled it. So what I need to do is pull it out as much as possible, and I'll backfill it as well so it doesn't collapse on the pond. So great, finding little caves. I mean, luckily it doesn't need to be this deep. And the old adage of I've got a big pile of earth, where shall I put it? I know, I'll dig a hole and put it in there. Well, I think I probably can. Cheers! So this is about as back as far as the cave goes. Or this hole, I should say. As you can see, it goes down all the way into here. And it's more or less collapsed at the back there. So I'll dig this bit out and see how it goes. Hopefully it'll only go back a little way. So you can see it goes down all the way in there. So I dug out all the loose stone, some of which you can see spread around me now. So I've just set the level across to give me an idea of the depth of the pond for the bottom drain. So as you can see, I backfilled where I dug all that stone out, and that gives us the level now of the bottom drain at 3'6". So the deepest part of the pond is going to be just over 3'6". And now I've got to dig out the rest of the pipe, so the pipe goes parallel, so the pipe is level as well, and then it will go up in the corner there to the tank. So a bit more digging out, but the bottom drain is more or less in place. So as you can see, I've put the bottom drain in roughly where it's going to be. I've stood it on a brick to make sure I can get enough concrete underneath it, so the whole thing will be nicely encased in concrete. Then I've run this pipe so it runs absolutely dead level from the bottom drain, and then I've put in a 45-degree bend, which is the other side of where the foundation is going to be, so I'll have plenty of depth of concrete over the pipe as the wall goes up, and then I've run it up at 45 degrees. Now I'm just working out where to cut the pipe, so I've run a level across, which will be level onto this brick, so you can see it's level onto this brick, and then I've run another pipe across, just marked it where it's going to come level, and then obviously I have to take away the height that the pipe goes in to the 45-degree bend. So I've run the 45-degree bend and go at the bottom of that, and I can mark the top and then take away the distance the pipe actually sits into it, which is 60 mil. As you can see, I've written on there, I should say that way, 60 mil. Okay, wish me luck. I'll probably add a little bit. I'll probably add another 30 mil on, just to give me a little bit of space under the pipe when I concrete it in under the step, just so it's fully supported. Alright, cheers. So this gives an idea of the total amount of loose stone in that cavity, just how big it actually was. I've now backfilled it and it's all nice and solid. As you can see, the bottom drain now goes through this step. It's all solid, nicely set in, and that means I can finish lots of other jobs now that that's in. I can finish the wall beside it and start the wall opposite it. So now with the bottom drain in and all fixed securely, I can continue the foundation all around for the inner wall and get that built. I can also start to backfill where the bottom drain pipe runs up the top here, and I'll get that all buried and nicely solid. So just doing a quick update of where we are. So I've just cemented in the bottom drain. So you can see the pipe's all buried now. Cemented in the bottom drain, and I've just sloped it all down. So it's all sloping down towards the drain. There's about 1/4 to half an inch slope, just so it all slopes down into the bottom drain, because the whole point of the bottom drain is it's the very lowest point, obviously, at the bottom. So I've been burying the pipe. As you can see, the pipe's nicely buried now. Putting the foundation in, which is coming across here. As you can see, I've put steels in as well. So there's a couple of steels there ready to continue, and I'll put steel reinforcing right the way throughout, as I have done there. So I need to build this wall right the way around, and it will come right the way around and do the shape of the pond eventually. That's going to take a little while. As you can see, this step is now done. So the second step's done. So we've got 2 steps coming up, and I'll need to do a 3rd one tomorrow. So as you can see, it's sort of coming on all right, albeit somewhat slowly. Right, cheers.